next question is around salary. So I'll give some averages, and then if you guys feel comfortable going around sharing like a range or a number, or you can totally pass. You do not have to share. But on average, folks finishing CJ are averaging around the 85K mark. It's leaning towards 85 to 95 right now, but historically it's been 85. The US average is 65K for entry level, and we look at entry level because most of these folks that you've seen on this call do not have previous design experience. So US average is 65, CJ grad average is around 85K. And then the range that we've seen is pretty crazy. So we've seen all the way from like 55K all the way to $187,000 starting. None of these people had previous design experience. Sometimes the people that are getting the 180K are not better designers than the people getting 100K, right? It's just like a big range in the industry and the type of company you're working in, things like that. So average number you should be looking at is 85. We can definitely help you do certain things to get you that six-figure job if you're looking for that. But 85 is kind of the number I would hold on to there. Kelly, do you want to kick us off? And please, nobody feel pressured to share.
My boyfriend works as a software engineer, and he works at eBay now. Just want to put that perspective. So that's his second job. I make more than him in his first job, even though he graduated from a 4-year college in computer science. So he obviously now makes more than me in his second job, but his first job I make significantly more than him. So that's perspective. I was making $18, $19 an hour in my previous job. So my increase is 2.5 times. I make just under 6 figures, and I didn't try to negotiate more because I'm like already like, that's a lot of pressure on me for my first job. I know a lot of people can ask for more, but sometimes like when you're in your first job, like this is ridiculous, 2.5 like times your previous salary. Like I can't handle that. Like, so even though you see, one thing I like to tell people who are trying to get into this program is that yes, six figures seems amazing. It's like, and you want to get it immediately, but you also have to realize that this is not going to be your only job. You're going to get in that job like next year, next 2 years, you know, and you're going to make that huge jump. So if you like, just think about your current salary and then think about the jump that you will make. Like, I'm really happy about my salary, but it's easy to get like delusional with all these 60K people. But one thing that Marka mentioned that they may not be great designers, but also another thing that I've happened to notice, a lot of them are masters. And not to say you need a master's to be in this program at all. You need a degree in this program. But that's another thing that adds another layer of complexity to the salaries. And I'll pop this off to Courtney.
Sure. So my salary, when I include my bonus, is around $105,000. And then I also have stock that came with my offer that adds base another 5 figures. But obviously, if the company does well, that means I'll also do well. And also just like an amazing benefits package. Like my healthcare is so much better than my last job. Like my overall deductions are actually less than my previous job because the company's covering more. So not only am I making more base, but then I'm also getting more value from my benefits. And then just like for perspective, one of the other jobs I was in a final round for, that salary was $110,000. And then some of like the contract roles, like you'll get like recruiters reaching out to you for jobs that are like $70 an hour, which I'll let y'all do the math on it. But definitely some of those contract roles can be some seriously good money. So there's good money out there.
I'll go. So I'm pretty excited about this. I will say I didn't ever think I would reach this number, but I'm not going to share the number exactly, but I jumped by $25,000 from my current salary where I used to work. And I will say I didn't think that could happen within the span of 8 months. Most jobs in the current job that I was in had a 4 or 5% increase every year. So that wasn't really going to do much for me in terms of how I wanted to live my life and to have that flexibility. So I will say by next year, fingers crossed, 6 figures, but I'm happy with this.